Nigeria singer Tuface has just announced separation with wife of more than a decade, Annie Macauley. So today we're talking about the love life of one of Nigeria's biggest music legends, Tuface Idibia, also known as Tubaba. The man has made hits, but his love life, he has hit us even more. Yeah, it's been like a whole movie. So grab your snacks because we are diving into his marriages, his relationships, and even his messy baby mama dramas. So let's rewind the clock a little bit. Before Tubaba was the superstar we know today, he was just a young guy chasing his dreams. But let's be real, he was definitely no stranger to the ladies. So back in the early 2000s, Tubaba, also known as Tuface, met this model, Annie Macauley. And since then, their love story has been a real roller coaster. Now, when Tubaba hit the screen with his iconic track, African Queen, the world did not just fall in love with his voice. They fell in love with this idea of him being a smooth, charming guy. But Annie, she was already in the picture. Like, literally, she was in the picture. They had a thing long before Tubaba became a superstar. So she has seen it all. The rise to fame, the pressures, and the chaos that comes with being involved with a celebrity. But that was not where the drama ended. There was a lot more drama. Now, Two Faces' relationship history was a little bit more complicated than your average love story. The guy was not as loyal as you imagine him being, like in a traditional sense. You see, while he and Annie were together, Tubaba also had another relationship with another lady called Pero. This is interesting because Pero is the mother of his three kids. Now, you know, things were not as simple as the regular love story, one woman and one man, because that wasn't the case here. But the thing is, Annie and Two-Face had this undeniable connection. So, despite all the dramas and everything and rumors flying around, they stayed together. Like they were truly inseparable. Even when the media had a lot to say about their relationship, even the fans had a lot to say about the relationship, they still stuck together. And after years and years of being on and off in their relationship, in 2012, Tubaba shocked the world by proposing to Annie. Yep, he put a ring on her finger. In 1 year's time, they were married. Their wedding in Dubai was all kinds of leaks, glamorous, star studded, and the whole world was watching. This felt like a dream come true for Annie and for many, many fans who had always wanted these two to finally be together for real. It felt like the most perfect fairy tale ending to this story. But here's one thing about life, it's not usually that easy when it comes to relationships in the limelight. I mean, we've seen a lot of other high profile relationships like this that we thought would never ever fail. But the problem was that despite this big, beautiful wedding and all the celebrations, Two Faces' past relationships did not disappear. The media continued to buzz about his past relationships, his children with other women, and of course, his infidelity. And let's be honest, that is really hard to avoid when you are a superstar and always in the public eye. But Annie, she stuck with him. Yes, she stuck with him. Of course, they were in love. She was in love. And she didn't mind all the whole drama. She said, we die here. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, there were a few public blow-ups, especially on social media, and this was from both of them. Like Annie had a moment when she called Two Face out for not being the man he's supposed to be, especially with dealing with his exes and the children that they had together. So hold on, let me tell you a little bit about how Tubaba and his first baby mama's relationship started. So before Tubaba became a superstar, he already had this relationship with Pero, who was his first serious girlfriend. But things weren't always as smooth. Despite Tubaba's deep relationship with Pero, there was still a lot of drama. The pressure of fame combined with Tubaba's reputation of being a ladies' man led to the couple splitting up several times. But during their relationship, Pero ended up having three kids with Two Face. And unfortunately, these three kids have been a huge part of the ongoing drama. So while Tubaba was raising kids with Peru, his career was skyrocketing. He became really famous. And his relationship was a little bit complicated. Around that time, he started getting involved with Annie. And there were already rumors of infidelity. You know, people said that Tubaba was seeing other women. That's why he was in Peru. And one of the women Tubaba was speculated to have been seeing was Annie Macauley, his future wife. The whole thing became a mess, with Peru being one of the key figures that was kind of caught in the middle. Now here is where things started to become a little bit messier. You see, Tubaba's relationship with Pero, especially as the mother of his three kids, created tension with his new relationship with Annie. And Annie had a tough time dealing with the fact that Tubaba still had a relationship with his ex. And let's be honest, Pedro was not just friends. She was not like just friends with Tubaba. Okay. She is the mother of his three kids. So yeah, Annie started complaining and complaining and complaining how Tuface is always involved with these three kids that he had previously and their mother. And at some point, it became a tug of war between Annie and Pero. It did not help that the media kept foiling the drama. You know, media and I like this kind of things, and they kept foiling it. So it was really ups and downs. At some point, Tubaba had to just constantly apologize to Annie. Now, here was the big problem, and here is where things really got tense. Okay, so Annie kept accusing Tubaba that he was focusing more on his ex's kids than the kids that they had together. So she admitted that she was really frustrated about that and it was hurting her a lot, especially the way Two-Face dealt with his exes and the children that they had together. So again, in their marriage, they were on and off, but they always found a way to get back together. They had two children of their own, and Tubaba would often go on social media and be sharing lovely messages for his wife and his kid and his children. It seemed like everything was going on fine at last. Okay, so fast forward to 2021, and then we had rumors starting to circulate about Tubaba and Annie having another rough patch in their marriage. But this time it felt a little different from all the other issues they've been having. The rumors were louder, and for the first time in a long time, people started to question whether their marriage will actually survive. We the fans were speculating, and even Tubaba was posting some cryptic messages about his struggles in his relationship. But as always, nobody was really sure about what was really going on behind closed doors. Then boom, 2025 hits, and then the bombshell. Two-Face and Annie publicly announced that they were separating. At first there was no explanation for why they split, but everything that happened over the years, the infidelity, the drama, and the constant stress of being under the public microscope. It kind of at the end made sense that it became too much for them to handle. Since their separation, there's been a lot of rumors going around, but still there's always been hope that maybe, especially from the fans, that maybe these two might work things out and they're gonna come back together. But from the recent post that Tubaba has just let out, it seems that that is not going to happen. Tubaba took on Instagram to announce that he and Annie have started their divorce proceedings. He also has promised to give more information about what really led to his divorce in the future. Till then, we can only speculate that it was still his past issues that have led to Annie and him finally just giving up. I mean, it has been really tough for them, and we can agree with that. That's it, guys. Do you think there's a way out of this for Two-Face and Annie? Is there a slight chance that these two can just make up and come back together? Because we want them to come back together, right? We are big fans of Two-Face and Annie, and it's a relationship that has been out there in the public eye, and people have always wanted them to do well. So do you think they're actually going to find a way back? Let us know in the comment section. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of interesting things out here. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Like and share this video with all your friends as well. I'm ID. See you in the next video.